What a relaxing hot spring in the middle of the caves, just relaxing. What's that? You mean I gotta record more? Damn. Alright guys, welcome back to more Dark Cloud. This is still on the floor 1, as you can tell by the right hand corner, but there was a few things I wanted to go over. First off, the fountain I was sitting in. These randomly generate. Every time you go to a floor, it randomly generates. So this floor 1 is different from my first floor 1, so on and so forth. But when you step into these, they heal your health to full and your thirst meter to full. It does not heal your weapon at all, though, sadly. And this is a big chest. Now, this can be one of 3 things, I believe. Let's see which one it is. It's a locked chest. So now this one will have... you can force it open by trying to guess the trap. Now, these will always be random, but the poison trap and the curse trap will inflict either poison or curse on you. If it's explosion, the chest will be destroyed, and you won't be able to try again. But if it's the other two, you can just try it again and guess the same one. So I'm going to guess explosion. It was curse. So curse means I can't switch my weapon, but I can just go again, and now I can say it's curse. And I successfully open the trap. Always do explosion first, because you don't want to lose the chest. And that is our first new weapon. I can't show it off, though, because I'm cursed. So, we'll be able to see it on the next floor, probably. Or the floor after that, whenever curse wears off. I don't really know much about curse, because I don't... It's a very rare affliction, and it really doesn't hinder you very much. Now, one more thing I wanted to explain that I briefly saw in the previous video was these. There's things called backdoors, which I believe actually the Fairy King will explain later on. But you require a specific item, one for each dungeon, and you can use it to go to the back floors of dungeons, which have severely buffed monsters, but severely increased rewards. And this is another thing, random locked doors can appear, and in chests you will find the keys to open them. So, for example, I have a bone key here, so that I can go through this door and fight off all these skeleton soldiers with my dagger. Ooh, dagger +2. So let's upgrade this and see that its stats go up a little bit more. So basically everything goes up by 1, even if you don't put any attachments onto it. And there's the key finally. So I killed literally everything in this dungeon and barely got the key. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes you'll have to go through an entire dungeon and you still might not find a key. Nah. Oh well. But now we can proceed to the next floor. However, I will be going out for a second, just so that I can restock on supplies. Also, hitting square on any inventory screen, even if you're opening a door like that, you hit square, it automatically cycles your items and organizes it for you. And hitting it multiple times will display which items are on first. Usually it'll keep food and drinks on the top. Also, using the edit mode to travel is much quicker than walking. So let's go talk to our good old mayor, have him give us food and repair powder for free. I always talk to him twice for some reason, it's bad force habit. And let's repair our weapon. Might as well use water while we're here. And talk to him again twice, because I just do that. And we'll leave again and be on our way. And I believe that now, yeah, we can just go to dungeon from here. So we're gonna go right back in. I might show off the Gladius, but there's one thing I want to do with the dagger before we really fully commit to it. Also on that screen there, it shows you how many Atla will be in a floor, so usually I think 8 is the max. Oh, we seem to have been spotted by a cat. And then it ran away. And then it disappeared into the exit door. So let's check out the Gladius. And let's see how much damage this thing does as soon as I get hit. Twice. This is why I suggest charging attacking, even though that still doesn't work all the time. So it does a little bit more damage, but another important thing about it, if you couldn't tell, as I heal up because poison, it has the holy attribute. Quite a bit of it too, 5, instead of our 4 wind attribute. Wind has no power in this dungeon. In fact, there are very few enemies in this dungeon that have a weakness to a specific element. But Holy is one of the more effective ones. For example, the skeleton soldiers. They are weak to Holy. Another thing I forgot to mention about skeleton soldiers is, after you kill them, they do have a chance of getting back up. With significantly less health. Like 1/3 of their regular health, so one more hit will take them out again. But it is a thing that can happen. Unique to skeleton type enemies. That they can just get back up after being defeated. And this floor looks ginormous. Oh, hi! I will say that... Oh, cool. That was really close to the camera. Another cool thing is, enemies cannot come into fountains of healing. I don't know what they're technically called. I just call them fountains of healing because that's what they do. But that is very useful if you need to go do something really quick. You can either pause the game or just go sit in a water fountain. I sit in water fountains quite frequently when I have to like go get something to eat or something. I don't know. I've played this game so many times. I've beaten this game at least 4 to 5 times, but I get poisoned by these goddamn bats every single time. They are a nightmare. They are my one single biggest nightmare in any video game, is fucking poisonous bats that are like Medusas, impossible to hit. Yeah, imagine if Medusa poisoned you and slowly killed you forever. It's the worst nightmare ever. Now, do I have the bone key already? I believe I do. Which means I don't need to go for that chest over on the right. And since it's a long path and I already have the exit key, I think I'll ignore that one. It's probably something like, it could be repair powder, it could be bread, it could be a enchantment item. In fact, I believe, during the, going through that level again, I got 3 attachments. So wind, which gives 3 wind. Undead Buster, which gives 3 undead busting, which is good against undead, and a +1 speed. So speed doesn't matter too much in this game. If you look at the lower left hand bar as I attack, it's basically like a stamina bar. Let's see if I get buffed. I get buffed. Yay! Now the funny thing is, if you have stamina while you have another effect active, like poison, as you can see I'm still being poisoned, when the effect of stamina ends, it will also end any other effect. I believe it's actually a bug in the game. It's not supposed to do that. Oh, and we have a new enemy here. But I can't fight him right now because I'm dying. Dying of poison stamina. So, while I'm going back to the healing fountain, as you can see, the poison ended because of stamina. I will explain the Yamachis, which I don't know if is the correct pronunciation. But they are flat paper demon looking things. I don't know what they're based off of, but they do have, they're weak to holy. They count as undead, I believe. Let me just check. Yep. They count as undead. You can steal stones from them, and you can get endurance enchantments, I believe. If I'm reading this correct. I am using my sources for all this is... I'm using 2 different sources, which is GameFAQs and a wiki. So my research could be loosely wrong. But I'd rather have something rather than nothing. And obviously the holy and undead typing is accurate. That is not even questioned. But I'm stopping in town because we have some new parts and I need more materials. So we have Gaffer's Buggy. Now, a few things I want to say about this. I would suggest not making Gaffer's Buggy yet. Several reasons for this. One, if you complete Gaffer's Buggy before you complete another, before you introduce another character, I believe it's right actually. Yeah, before you can put Pike in, before you get his house and where he lives, and he's not on the world yet, then Gaffer will try to build his buggy back to normal himself. And by doing that, he throws out his back and cannot sell you his top-end quality goods, which is really bad because a lot of the stuff that he can sell is amazing. Some of the best stuff in the game if you have Pike first. So make sure that you wait until you have Pike in your town. I used repair powder for 1. I'm amazing. Anyway. So yeah, just wait until you get Pike to do that. To put that in. Also, the reason why I'm not opening these chests is because they usually just contain bread or water, and I have an infinite supply of that until... That's another thing. You only have an infinite supply of items until you put down Gaffy's... or until you finish building the buggy. And then the town mayor will just say, you can just go buy those at the store, you know. So, floor 3. This only has 3 Alta, so hopefully it's a much smaller dungeon. So I can complete it within a timely manner. Oh god, I'm not going to be able to finish it in a timely manner. I'm back. Exciting, eh? Don't give me that look. This is for your benefit. Now here's the intermediate course. I won't repeat myself, so listen carefully. First is the lock-on. You already knew that pressing the circle button locks onto monsters. Red target frame will appear around the enemies as long as they are locked on. However, you may not have known that the L and R buttons functions change during lock-on. Pressing L, the L button during lock-on will lock onto another enemy. Pressing the L button repeatedly cycles through all the enemies in your field of view. Next, pressing the R button activates the guard. Guarding allows you to defend against enemy attacks. Don't forget the guard function. It can save you in the heat of battle. Also, did you know about the attribute change function in the for your weapons? This changes your weapon's elemental attributes. There are 5 attributes: fire, ice, thunder, wind, and holy. Many monsters are vulnerable to a specific type of to a specific attribute. To change the weapon's attribute, use the attribute or customize command in the weapons menu and change it there. Of course, you cannot activate it. You cannot activate an attribute unless the weapon has points for that attribute. What do you think? Easy, huh? Don't want to fry your noodles, so that's enough info for this time. Good luck to you, boy. See you soon. Oh, at least I didn't talk as much this time. And that voice grades on my throat more than I thought it would. Alright, so we have more dashers here. He hasn't talked about the one reason why I'm sticking with my dagger, so I'll wait until he mentions it. I believe he has one more thing to talk about, and I just saw an enemy that I hate. I hate it so much. Oh, god damn it, a bone key, then it's gonna be a big dungeon. Also, 3 treasure chests next to each other is a little uncommon. Surprised. I'm especially surprised that, you know, the map and the compass were right next to each other. Ooh, cool, mellow banana. Heals health and drains a little bit of thirst. I just saw the other enemy I hate in this dungeon. So yeah, floor 3, you start encountering the worst enemies in the game. And you will grow to hate them very quickly. First one over here is the statue dog, which is coming at me at a very alarming rate. Now these things are counted as stone enemies, but have no weakness. And they drop endurance attachments, and you can steal stones from them. Now the statue dog isn't too bad. The statues, however, which is one of them over here, are horrible, as they take 1 billion hits and do 1 billion damage. And I'm glad there's water here, because otherwise this fight would be a much more annoying fight. Oh, also I forgot to mention, they destroy your weapon really bad. My weapon was full. I've killed 2 enemies. Yeah, it doesn't look too good anymore. I'll probably be having switched between this and the Gladius a lot. Because I don't want to... If you allow your dagger to break, it doesn't go away, but it does only do 1 damage until repaired, and you lose all bonuses to it. So I'd much rather keep that. So I'll just switch to the Gladius from time to time, as we'll probably be using it a little more often. Now, I'm going to try to break from a normal habit of mine when I play this game. Usually... I forgot the guard. Usually, that didn't work. Anyway, usually when I play this game, when I get to the 2nd village, there's a weapon you can purchase from the shop there. And it allows you to... It counts as a... Okay, hold on. Before I explain this, I'm going to go into weapons. And as you can see, the Gladius has a build-up option. Building up means that when you meet certain requirements, which are the red things on the screen, you can upgrade it into a specific new weapon, which I believe you actually did talk about a little bit, about making weapons more powerful to transform them. But when you do this, you can actually buy a level 2 weapon, basically. Gladius counts as level 1, dagger counts as level nothing. But you can buy a level 2 weapon from the 2nd village. So you can get a pretty good head start towards getting a very powerful weapon. But I want to try to break that trend. And I don't know if I'll be specifically looking for a weapon, or if I'll just use maybe the Gladius, because I have gotten it and it's the first weapon. So I don't know. Maybe I'll say this weapon needs to be repaired, because if it breaks, I don't have a weapon anymore, and that would suck a lot. Okay, I don't need to kill enemies anymore, so I'm just gonna try to avoid them, as this video is already going pretty well over its limit. So I'm gonna put this key here, and oh no, blue circle. Blue circle is the attribute buff things. Actually, we ran into one of those last time. Ooh, the max weapon health was increased by 5. That's always a good one. It can also immediately drain your weapon to 1 HP. I forgot about that one. There's a lot of things that can do. Very good and very bad. One of them is just double your current money on hand, which is always nice. You can get a lot of money really quick if you're really lucky about it. So yeah, there's 2 more altar on this floor, and then we can just go ahead and leave. Oof, go away, statue. Nobody likes you. Everyone hates you, in fact. Those things are so bad because of how much damage they do to your weapon. They do like 4 or 5 weapon damage to you. But yeah, kind of run out of things to talk here because I wasn't expecting this video to go on for so long. So, once we get out of here, I believe that will be the end of this video. So let's just get on out. And I guess I'll see you guys next time for floor 4. Until then, this has been Matt, and I'll see you all next time.